Good morning, everyone. I'm back down here in Texas. It's 10/5/16. And I haven't done an information video or a video where I talk about issues or anything in a while. So I thought I'd go ahead and hit you with the issues video. And the moral or the reason for this video is because I don't know when it became acceptable in our society, or if it has been acceptable throughout history. I know biblical terms speak about living to be 600 and 500 the next number of years old. But the mortality rate for this generation is shorter than the mortality rate for my generation. And people who are my age in their 40s or in their 30s and actually have lived and survived the streets, survived the I'm never going to grow old syndrome, and starts to see the repercussions of the lifestyles and the different things that they have chosen, from eating habits to drug habits to whatever preferences that you have done. It is our obligation to inform and to tell the people behind us, hey, this isn't what's up. And I'm going to start with the one that I feel so passionate about. It's about eating. You only get one body. Everyone knows that this new cancer, autism, and all these other phenomena is chronic, and for the most part, when it comes to diseases, diabetes, these are things that are accumulated by deficiencies or preservatives or added stuff into the nutritional supply of what you take into your body or the environment. These things were not prevalent 50 years ago at the rate that they are right now. Obesity amongst kids is not prevalent 30 years ago when I was a kid. And you could try to say it's because of activity, you could try to say it's because of a lot of different things. It is that we are poisoning ourselves with our food supply, point blank. And we are addicted. It is a drug and we are addicted to it. So if you can't look at that hard reality, then that is a problem that you and your family is going to face for a duration or a period of time. Because the hard reality is that the food supply is poisoning the generations behind us. They are creating an economic system for the pharmaceutical companies, some supplement companies, farmers, doctors, the very elite and the higher, the prestigious of prestigious in the medical field and profession is benefiting and basically wiping out generations and your genetic code. People always say, what is the greatest gift? To pass on your genetic code in any species is the greatest gift given. I should never hear Christians talking about, oh, pay this and all this and it costs this much to raise a kid and all these other things and stuff like that. What happened to the widow who gave everything that she has? What happened to don't want for nothing if the flowers are taken care of and they're wept up and the birds, your Father in heaven is not going to take care of you. So I should never hear Christians talk about paying taxes or too high, too much spending for food, or food is too much, or that humanity or trying to save humanity, or the system set in place to save humanity because of the discrimination in jobs and the discrimination that is going on, and the systematic discrimination to other classes that have gone on since this civilization or this country has come into existence. I should never hear a Christian or a Muslim, to be honest, or a Jew or a Catholic, anybody that comes off of the Judeo, the Hebrew branch line, the Judeo belief system, should not have that complaint, especially if you're a spiritual being and you say that your Father above take care of all those things. The most rich and the most important thing is to be able to pass your genetics on, to keep it right, and to have healthy genetics, and to have the stars and number the stars as Abraham has numbered the oceans, where you can't count the grains of sand. That is, in my true belief, is what will bring people back into the fold of humanity. There are some people outside the fold of humanity that are lacking certain things, that are basically insane and using different drugs and using different stuff to exist, to hold some form of sanity. And then there's humanity, which consciousness and sanity was given to. And when you're poisoning the food supplies, when the kids are being poisoned in the food supplies, when the pharmaceutical companies and the medical field is thriving, that means humanity is suffering. That's my take on that. I just wanted to give a quick informative video out there about the state of our union, or the state of our society. I hope this information helped. Get informed about your health. You only get one body. From the day that you take your first breath of air, you are working towards that 6 feet hole, that grave. How you live in between and the quality of life that you have in between is truly what makes you and this world ticks. Thanks.